Hi, this is Tony Papajohn from MoneyMindWorks.com. If you're not moving ahead in your business and in making money as quickly as you might like, is it possible that you're just kind of hesitant to make mistakes? It's possible. So if this is something that with which you resonate, if this is something that you can honestly say, well, yeah, I want to do things right. I want to get things done correctly, and I like to do things right. And sometimes that means that you sort of hesitate till you got it right, till you think you've studied it, till you think you've learned what you're doing. And that is just not the way success happens. So I want to give you just one simple attitude. Wrap your mind around this, and it's going to get you a lot closer to making lots of trips to the bank. And it's really simply this. You're only practicing. What changes? The next time you go forth, the next time you go out to make your fortune in whatever business you're in and whatever that you do, and you say to yourself, for the next hour, I'm only practicing. What becomes possible when you're only practicing? Is it a sense of relief, perhaps, that you don't have to get it right? You're only practicing. You're only practicing. That's all there is to it. You're just practicing. What do you notice when you realize that if I make a mistake, I was only practicing? It's okay. Really, how does it feel to be free of the whole notion that I got to get this right? After all, I'm only practicing. Because when you're practicing and you make mistakes, well, it's okay because you were only practicing. So if you can hear what I'm saying, if you can catch the meaning in the phrase, I'm only practicing, then you can take a lot more decisive action. You can take decisive action because anything you're doing, you're just practicing. You're just practicing. It's okay to make a mistake because you're just practicing. And as you step into this space where I'm only practicing, you know what happens is that you're free to do more things, you're free to be more creative. Now, the only drawback to this that possibly might be is if you're under a financial pressure. If you put yourself under a financial pressure that where you got to make this money and you got to do it right now, this can be an issue with this particular strategy that I'm only practicing. And if this is the case, then here is my best suggestion. Instead of thinking of an hour of practicing, try for 10 minutes. For the next 10 minutes only, I'm only going to practice this because this is going to make me better for the next 50 minutes in whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're fielding phone calls, or if you're sending out emails, or you're talking to people with whom you might do business, the next 10 minutes, you're just practicing. And try and take it in as small bites as you can, because if you're under a financial strain, there's always this sense of tension and this sense of anxiety that perhaps the more practiced you get at saying, I'm just practicing, the more that tension will dissipate and the more you'll be able to just be free of worry, at least for 10 minutes, because then you're only practicing. And if you can wrap your mind around the fact that I'm practicing and just for 10 minutes, I'm going to be better in the next 50 minutes, then you know what? Just do it for the next 10 minutes. And what happens is it's a sense of relief, which you probably feel if this resonates with you anyway, because it's something that you're doing that you're trying to do right. And you got to get this right, and you got to get this done correctly. And that is an attitude that will keep success a long ways away from you. So make mistakes and live with those mistakes because they were just practice anyway. And who knows, while you're practicing, as you continue to practice, and as you wrap your mind around the fact that you're just practicing, who knows, you might stumble across a little bit of business. You might stumble across a lot of business. You might stumble across even more business than that. And when that happens, you might surprise yourself and make a pile of money even while you're practicing, and yes, even while you're making mistakes. My name is Tony Papajohn. You can find me online at MoneyMindWorks.com. I have a free 9-part video series there for you. It will empower your mind for more success and more money. And my blog is yourmoneymindworks.com. That's yourmoneymindworks.com. Got free teleseminars listing there. So go out and make some mistakes, because the more mistakes you make, the more money you'll make as well.